Malcolm Featherstone, you are standing when the general election is coming next year, or January
Yeah.
28th, 25, as the Reform Party candidate. Why are you standing in the general election?
Basically, because I was completely fed up with being politically homeless. I spelt my ballot paper, I think, at the last two elections because there was no one I trusted to give my vote to. And I guess I reached the point where I thought, I need to put my hand up. It's either that or sit in my office getting frustrated all the time.
What frustrates you the most at the present political climate?
Well, I think that, I mean, apart from the incompetence of the parties, I guess the thing that frustrates me most is actually, historically, I'm a Labour voter. And I think Labour have completely taken for granted their electorate, the people who would vote for them. They assume they're going to get those votes. And so they go pursuing every special interest group, regardless of whether it fits with the needs, wants, or aspirations of their core vote. And I'm really annoyed with that. The mess the Tories have made over the last 13 years when they had some great opportunities is also frustrating.
People tell us a little bit about your party. What's the proper title? Is it Reform UK?
It is Reform UK. I think there's probably some IP, legal, technical reasons around that, but no, it's Reform UK.
And if somebody said you're an offshoot to UKIP, would you reject that?
We've obviously got some, ex-members of UKIP, people who got frustrated with where UKIP was going or not going, who joined, and obviously, there are people like, Nigel Farage, who's ex-UKIP. But actually, we draw people from, a wide variety of backgrounds, people who've not been members of the party, people who've been members of Conservatives, and people like me who were members of the Labour Party. So it's a much broader spectrum. It's certainly not an offshoot of UKIP.
We had one Reform candidate in the local elections back in May. What about 100 votes in a ward?
Yeah.
What is your expectation? Do you expect to win the seat, or do you have an expectation?
I don't have an expectation. I think our task over the next few months is just to, raise the profile of the party, make sure that people know that we're an option. So, our candidate in Harlow last year, that was Mark Goff. He got his nomination papers in on the final day. So there was very little campaigning done. But that was to get the party's name on the ballot paper. We'll try and get as many candidates as we can in the next local elections again to do that, because I think there's a lot of people out there who are probably naturally Reform UK voters, but still aren't aware of the party and aren't aware of the party's momentum, and we need to communicate that to them.
I know we had a referendum in 2016, and I know we've come out of Europe, but there's some people still feel very dissatisfied about where we are regarding Europe. Are you dissatisfied with how Brexit has been, in inverted commas, enacted?
Yes, primarily in respect to Northern Ireland. It's neither fish nor fowl, and I think it's completely unfair for the people of Northern Ireland. We should have, as a nation, we should have tackled that at the time and said, no, Northern Ireland is an integral part of the United Kingdom. It comes out on exactly the same basis. And if we've got to sort out, problems at the borders to preserve your precious single market, we'll do it there.
And also, over the next coming months, I'll be asking all candidates questions on all subjects: education, politics, crime, the economy. You're comfortable being asked these questions as well?
Yeah, I can't guarantee on this. I don't think
you're a good answer.
And I also don't think, no candidate's going to be an expert in every area. No candidate's going to be fully briefed in every area. And we are a young party. Policies are being developed. There are areas, I'd admit at the moment, where we have gaps in our policies. I have to say, I'm not sure we've got any more gaps than Labour have got. They're full of mighty fine words, but there's no substance behind them. So, we've got some time to fill in those gaps, but we probably won't fill in all the detail for every, possible policy area.
But in conclusion, you're looking forward to the challenge?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.